Hi guys, Rose here with the Cackling Moon. This is going to be a client's tarot reading, the one question tarot reading. And their question is they want an insight on the future. They wanted to kind of get a little bird's eye view of what is to expect in the future. Are they going to be successful with all of the hard work that they have been putting into their goals and putting into what it is that they're doing with their life? So for that reading, I'm going to be working with the Universal Mind Oracle as well as the Vertigo Tarot. I'm totally obsessing over the Vertigo Tarot right now. I used it to read for myself last night, and it gave me such a truthful and just a very in-depth reading that I needed. So because of that, I'm loving the cards right now because they're just so honest. So I'm going to use that. And we're just going to pull and see what comes through for the future for you and what you have to look forward to and if your success is going to be there. And we just had a couple cards fall out. And we'll go through and see what happens. So let's see. The cards that came out, the Five of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Two of Swords. So with the Five of Wands, Three of Wands, Two of Swords. Now, what I'm seeing here is really the need for you to move on. Really make an attempt to move on from a certain, either this is a certain someone or this is a certain group of people that have kind of been giving you the tough love type of thing, that are a bit jealous. They are a bit, troublesome in their opinions. These are people that are just, they may not always agree with what you're doing. They always have an issue with the way that you conduct your life. They always have an opinion. And I feel like it's like you've been blocked from that for a while. Almost like this is an issue that you have that you don't even want to tap into or bring up because, you feel like it's not that big of a deal, but really it is. It's actually proving to be something that in the future, it's going to become a bigger issue. And it's going to become that point where you're going to really want to just and I hate to say it, get rid of the friends, these people. But it's going to get to that point. So I see that with the Five of Wands. I feel like there's a lot of competition that surrounds you. I feel like even though you may not think that this person is competing with you, they do. It's almost like they want to one-up you all the time, or there's a jealousy issue there. You deal with a lot of people who are two-faced around you. I feel like there's the people that just cannot be happy for you. And you've always been able to overlook that, I feel. But I also feel like eventually this is going to get to the point where you're not. You're just going to get enough's enough. I got to do something about it. And the reason why I was saying that is because the Two of Swords popped up also. And I love how there's the eye in this picture. You can see the eye there. It's almost saying you have seen it. You've seen what's been happening, but you haven't done anything about it, because the Two of Swords is almost like a block. It's like you've been silencing yourself. You've been holding your tongue. You have not wanted to dabble and deal with this situation because you feel like it'll blow over eventually. But it's not going to. And it's going to get to the point where you're really going to want to do something to just get rid of these people, these jealous people. And because of that, with the Three of Wands at the core, that's what I'm seeing. Is I'm feeling the Three of Wands is all about moving, travel, or relocating. So I'm taking that to say you're removing yourself from the situation. You're removing yourself from these people, whether this is people you work with or this is just people on your social media that you have been wanting to unfollow or whatever, block. You're gonna get to that point where it's gonna happen. You're gonna do it. So that's what I'm definitely seeing there as far as what's upcoming in the future. We have wings, crystals, and lovers. So another thing popping up here, I feel obviously the wings is taking flight. I also love that it's a butterfly. It's the metamorphosis. So if you are in the process right now of doing some transformation within yourself, the wings is kind of revealing you're going to grow into your wings. You're going to be doing the metamorphosis. You will be turning into that beautiful butterfly. But I also take this as flight. And with that is like with the Three of Wands, how I was saying the travel or the relocating or moving away from certain people. I feel like the wings is like you're finally going to have the courage to do that. And it's going to be a big thing for you because I feel like I said, you've been holding your tongue for a long time, and it's been a long time coming with some of these people. They just do not deserve to be around you anymore. And you're going to really start to see the importance of that. We have crystals at the core. So I don't know if you work a lot with crystals, or perhaps maybe you sell crystals, or you've been thinking about doing some sort of a holistic approach to your path. But the crystals coming up is there. And I feel also it's your ingenuity too. I feel like it's you being, because crystals are formed, they're created in Mother Nature. It's a beautiful thing that takes place. You know, Mother Nature creates such beautiful looking gems and whatnot. So I feel like for you, it's kind of showing again with the metamorphosis. It's like, you have been a long time coming. You are really going to evolve, and you're going to come out and sprout your wings like the butterfly, or you're going to be shimmery like the crystal, like coming out of the dirt kind of thing. It's like your rebirth. So I see that as well. I'm kind of seeing that too with the crystals, but also if you are interested in some sort of holistic path, or if you already do sell things in a shop or whatnot, or working with crystals too, doing crystal grids, or, you know, setting intentions and having crystals on you, that kind of thing, that's also coming up too, I feel. And then the Lovers, I love that too. Lovers could show, you know, I feel like, I think you mentioned the last reading we did was a love reading. And I apologize. Sometimes it's hard for me to remember the details to all of my clients' previous readings because I do so many of them. But I feel we did a love reading for you. So I don't know if you're in a relationship or not, but if you are, this could be the growth of it, taking it to the next level in the future, since we're talking about the future here. Or if you are single, Lover's card coming up, it could show the process, the growth, the coming together, the meeting someone new kind of thing. So just wanted to throw that out there with the Lover's card coming up. Okay, so that kind of gives us a little bit of an idea of things to look forward to, or to watch out for, actually, for you in the future. But let's pull some more. That's what I like about the future readings like this, is because sometimes it's like you want to know if you're going to be successful, but other things pop up. Like I said, being weary of those people. You are going to find your voice. You're going to be able to say, you know what, I don't want you in my inner circle anymore. Because I do feel like you do deal with a lot of jealous people. So really interesting. Okay, they don't want to shuffle anymore, so I'm going to leave them be. All right, let's see what's going on in the future with you and your path. Okay. So what I'm seeing coming up is we have the star cross with the Page of Wands. And in the future, it's definitely showing that there's going to be the period of really like coming out of your skin. I feel that this was revealing you stepping out of your skin. This is you freeing yourself. There's a lot of times I feel that you felt you had to hide, or you had to really limit yourself and your greatness of who you are and what you do. And I'm feeling like in this upcoming future, you're really going to feel much more comfortable showing and shedding your layers and really showing the true you. But you will be crossed with a Page of Wands, which is a need for motivation, for you to really push yourself to take action, because a Wands card is action, it's fire energy. But a Page of Wands is kind of like starting a new project or starting a new path or taking a new class, or it's inspiration as well. To be crossed with that is showing me you're going to be able to finally reveal your truth. So be who you are, okay? Your authentic self definitely will be here. But I feel you will still struggle with the motivation aspect. So keep that in mind with the future. Motivation, inspiring yourself, pushing yourself to do things. You still will be struggling with those aspects. If you presently struggle with that right now, that is something for you to keep in mind for the future. That this will always be like that little bump in the road. This isn't anything new then. But you also need to learn to not be afraid to be your true self. Don't be afraid to express yourself and say things. And I feel like with the previous reading that we did, where I was saying, speaking up on your behalf and ending friendships with people who just don't have your back anymore. That's what I'm talking about. Finding your voice. That's what is very important to you. Which is interesting because the Nine of Cups came up in the past. So the recent past, which is most likely where you're in now. The Nine of Cups kind of shows you have a tight-knit circle. Okay, you have a really good circle of friends, your social side, the people you go to. These are the people you text on a daily basis, the people you hang out with. You have a rather tight social circle, but I do feel there are some flaws. I feel like there have been, I think you do know. I'm sure as you're watching this, you're probably like, yeah, that person has been really rubbing me the wrong way lately. I feel that the circle is going to kind of break a little bit, whether it's already has. But the Nine of Cups is kind of revealing you've had a past of really tight-knit friendships. You've had a past of, really good cycles with friends, but now things are going to kind of start to separate because I pulled the Tower card for you. And so that's definitely what I'm seeing is there's going to be a lot of shift. Anytime the Tower card comes up in a reading, it is indicating major change taking place. And this is stuff that is out of your control. The Tower card should not be feared, even though, it's not always fun to go through major changes and we have no control over it. But these changes happen because they need to. It helps us grow. It helps us evolve. So think of it as like the necessary drama that's going to take place in order to help you push out some people that you just don't need around you anymore. I also feel like the Tower card is kind of revealing there's some upcoming major shifts within you. So don't get too comfortable. Feel it out a little bit. Go with the flow. But I do feel like the Tower is kind of revealing, there's going to be a couple more major, events taking place in your life. You're not quite settled yet. You're still growing into your skin. You're still growing into yourself. So looking in the future, the Tower card is just telling me that the worst is not over. But I don't mean that in a super negative way. I'm just saying get ready. There's still going to be some more shifts before you can finally settle and feel good for a while. Okay. So what is that stuff? So I pulled other cards as like just to kind of tell the story. And so what I'm seeing is Six of Wands, Two of Wands, Five of Swords. Lots of kind of conflict and butting heads again. I feel like people's true colors are going to start coming out for you. I also feel like a lot of your hard work, yes, there will be a lot of success and there will be a lot of praise for it. So your main question was, will I find, will you be successful? Will all of your hard work pay off? The Six of Wands is definitely indicating, yes, it will, but without a price. And I feel like that price is you are going to be appreciated and you're going to be, rewarded, or you're gonna get what you're looking for. You're gonna achieve many things, but while you do that, there will be those people, and like I said, the true colors will be coming out. We have a 2 of Wands, so I'm feeling like the 2 is indicating maybe 2 people who are not going to be supportive of this, who are not going to be supportive of, your successes and whatnot. They're just going to kind of look at it as they're jealous. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing with that too. And then we have the 5 of Swords, which is definitely a card. It's a card of conflict. It's a card of arguments. It's a card of just, back talking behind someone's back. It's a backstabbing card. The sword itself is like going through the lips of this person. So someone's gonna put their foot in their mouth. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate when we work so hard towards something and then people can't be happy for us. But that's what happens, and it's happened to me. It's happened to, a lot of people. So just be aware of that, love. And I feel like for you, just be aware that not everybody is your friend. Not everybody is your supporter, and they're definitely not always going to be your loudest cheerleader. So it's heartbreaking as well when you find out that someone that you were friends with really didn't care as much as you thought they did. But I feel like, I really truly feel that that's what's going to be taking place. Yes, you will be successful. Yes, you're going to finally, be able to celebrate achievement. But without a price. I feel like with the achievement and the process of finally finishing and completing stuff that you have been working so hard for, you're also going to receive some of those people who are just not going to be, they're not going to be as happy for you as you are. And, that might be the end of that friendship or the end of that connection. Okay. And then after all of that, we have the 9 of Swords, which is, it's also a card. It's definitely a card of like, I feel like this is saying like, you really got to open your eyes, and see things and people and situations for what they truly are. Okay. So it's really going to have a big impression on you. I feel it's going to suck because with the Tower card, it's going to suck. It's going to hurt. But at least you kind of have an idea of what to expect, especially if there is a certain someone in your circle of friends, or maybe it's an acquaintance, or, just somebody that you've been getting that vibe that, what, I don't know if I don't feel the same way about this person. Get ready. It's kind of like you have something to almost to just have a heads up for. But, it comes at a cost. It's like, of course, we get what we've been working so hard for. We get something that we've been wanting for so long, but there's usually always a price for it. And unfortunately, in this case, it is, someone not being as true of a friend as what you would like them to be. So we have the roots and the branches, which I feel roots and branches is like rerouting yourself, your new foundation. So I feel like in the future, this could be a sign of relocating. This could be a sign of, you're going to be changing and you're in flight with that. Remember with that butterfly card. So you're going to be in the process of a lot of transformation. But eventually you're going to get to that point where you're going to be able to be more stable and reroute yourself. And with that is rerouting yourself with maybe not the same friends, or maybe you'll be in a new place or a new job, that kind of thing. And we have start again. So the process of starting over, starting fresh. Starting again could also be maybe you'll have this rift with this person, but then the two of you can kind of work itself out and start your friendship over. So, maybe that is an indication that maybe the friendship will not be 100% broken. Maybe things can work out. So you never know. You never know. And then we have purpose and duty. So I feel like the purpose and duty card is just saying, like, even though you have a lot of drama hanging around you and going on in the background, your social life has a little bit of a drama going to it. Don't lose sight of your purpose or your duty to yourself. What is your purpose? What is your career path? That kind of thing. So I love it. I feel like I feel like it's a really good thing. You're going to have a lot of success. You're going to receive a lot of good things, but not everybody is going to be supportive of it. So just something to think about. And this concludes your tarot reading. I hope that this answered some of your questions. And if you have anything you would like to discuss with me, you know, send me an email. I would love to hear from you. And anyone who's watching, if you would like a tarot reading, go ahead and click the link below. Have a look around, and I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.